On the previous episode of Smoke with Sailing, we went back to San Carlos for one last provisioning run before crossing the Sea of Cortez. Everything was lined up for a midnight departure, but Mother Nature had other plans. So we changed course and sailed 40 miles north to Las Cocinas to wait for another weather window. We are Armand and Leah, sailing with our dog Pino aboard Cosmo. We quit our jobs to sail around the world, fixing things, exploring new places, and embracing the beautiful chaos that comes with life at sea. This is Smoko Sailing.
Hi.
It is golden hour
Yeah,
and happy hour.
all the hours.
All the hours.
Yeah, what a perfect day. Like, so much fun. Great sail. We did all the things.
Yeah, today was like one of those sails that, we needed to get our confidence back after being in the boatyard for so long. And we haven't had like too many great sails during our sailing adventure.
Yeah, they've been more brutal than enjoyable.
Yeah, and this was like one of those sails when we like left San Carlos, that like squirrely channel where you kind of have to zigzag out. And then we put our sails up and we didn't drop them until we were coming into the anchorage. And it was just so good.
Yeah, so many more.
And Armand's birthday is tomorrow.
Happy birthday to me.
So just in time for his birthday, we had an epic sail.
The ribbon.
This is
the way it's supposed to be.
is this the way that sailing is supposed to be? This anchorage wasn't part of the plan, and most cruisers don't even make their way up here. But its beauty and seclusion are worth the stop. So this is Las Cocinas, a quiet little anchorage nearly halfway between San Carlos and Bahia Quino. Las Cocinas means the kitchens, and that refers to the rocky fingers off of Punta Moreno, like the one here. There are submerged rocks and reef that stretch a few hundred meters out into the anchorage, and that can be a little tricky sailing in, but they also provide great protection from incoming swell. Once you're in the anchorage, it's remote. Like, really remote. No cell service, no town, no amenities, just a small fish farm in the next bay, and a few pangas going in and out. Most cruisers actually leave the Sea of Cortez for the summer. They haul out in the boatyards, like Marina Seca, where we spent 3 very long months. We decided to do the opposite. We're staying. We're sailing through the heat, through hurricane season, and heading north to meet up with some other cruisers who are brave, or maybe slightly crazy, enough to stick it out in Bahia de Los Angeles. And we'll get there eventually. But for now, we're here in Las Cocinas, and we're celebrating the captain's birthday.
Well, we lasted the night. Leah got nervous. We had a lot of lightning. It was pretty wild, and high winds. And the high winds have been continuing all day. So I'm glad we traveled yesterday.
Just a 30.
Yeah, in the anchorage. So it's pretty wild. So we're just kind of taking a relaxing day here. We're having some margaritas courtesy of Leah, and they're wicked good. And
It's Armand's birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Armand. So we're just chilling out, and let me show you. We have like crazy wind at anchor. This is the highest we've had so far, but I will say no rollingness at all. Which is pretty cool. The last time we had a ton of rolliness, but if you look out, yeah, it's actually really nice to have this breeze, and kind of slows us down a little bit. Yeah, we're staying inside, so maybe snorkeling tomorrow, but it's all good. Yeah, so maybe when the wind calms down, we'll do some sports, but until now, we're just gonna take it easy, which we deserve after.
my leg.
Yeah.
Hold my leg. Is that what people say?
Hold my leg. Twist my arm.
Twist my arm.
Break my neck.
Twist my finger.
Pull my finger. Jesus, Leah, you don't know what it is. All right, we gotta teach Leah some of these. I'm gonna teach her later what that means. It's kind of funny, actually. We're hanging out, and we like to watch cruisers on YouTube, and we're watching this old couple. Not old. You guys aren't old. You gents are not old, but from the past, sailing Bohemia. So Tom and Peter, thanks so much, guys. We are big fans of you, and we're tracking all of your stuff. You know, not exactly the big celebration we might have pictured, but that's kind of how life goes out here.
margaritas, a little pop culture jeopardy, and dinner from Smoko's Galley. That's some steaks cooking.
Oh yeah.
Apparently Sonoran beef is like a thing. And so when we're currently in the state of Sonora, so we got some Sonoran beef.
This is what we got. Thank you very much, baby.
And who says you have to eat canned food when you're sailing, right?
Am I right? Cheers to that. We good.
Cheers, baby.
Smoko.
Happy birthday! The wind settled overnight, and by morning, we got back into our off-grid routine. Walks on the beach with Pinot, workouts on deck with our tiny floating gym, and of course, Armand can't sit still for long, so there's always some small boat project to tackle. This one, at least, was quick and easy.
And I'm gonna paint something on the engine. We have like a trigger or a toggle, whatever you want to call it. Basically, it shuts the engine off. If it's running, it's just like an emergency cutoff switch. But the entire engine's like that Volvo Penta green, and I'm gonna use Leah's nail polish and make this toggle bright red. Basically, so that if I'm ever up there and everything's going crazy and it's nighttime, all you gotta do is go down here, pretty brainless, just push that toggle aft. All right, so you're gonna go in here. All right, so open that and look for a red toggle. You see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so push it stern. That's the emergency cutoff.
Oh, okay.
There you go, yay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now I can take my nail polish back. As much as we loved it here, we knew we couldn't stay forever. After a few days, it was time to start planning our passage across the Sea of Cortez.
Welcome to the Weather Corner. We've been getting more and more into weather just because in the summer in Sea of Cortez, you can really get caught with your...
You can get got real bad.
Get caught with your pants down. So tonight, here's what we're looking at. We're over here in the northern area right here. So if I go to our wind forecasts, it looks like we have 11 knots, some gusts of 16, 17 right now. And yeah, so that pretty much continues. Overnight, things are looking good. Slows down a little bit towards like 6 a.m. So there is a little bit of dead zone that comes in, 5 knots, it's not awful, but we'll just have to stay patient because it does pick up right after. Yeah, so we'll cut across, and what time are we thinking of landing? Let's see, it's 80 miles, right? All right, 17 hours of travel. So yeah, we'll cut across, hopefully by early morning we're around this island. And then it's kind of cool, it actually picks up quite a bit, not bad way, but a good healthy amount to get there by the evening, by 4 p.m. when we should be there. If we look at our pressure systems, and the reason why we look at this is for Chubascos, which are important, there's like nothing on the radar. Now this Chubasco report that we get will come out in a little bit.
About an hour, yeah.
Yeah, but there's no high pressure.
So we're gonna wait to raise our dinghy until the Chubasco report comes out.
Which is just this one guy who's really good at reading his analysis of it. So
I never thought that we would get this much into the weeds with weather planning, but I think that's part of the passage planning that you have to do. We haven't gotten so much into the weeds of passage planning where we're taking out charts and we're mapping out things and saying like, okay, if we're going at this speed and on this point of sail, we're going to be at this point on the map at this time. And I think eventually when we do maybe longer passages, maybe when we were going down the Pacific side, we should have been doing that. But it's one of those things where we're almost kind of learning how the boat moves and how things go, like when we need to tack. This one's still learning how to be patient.
Yep, this one
and not tack too early. If we don't go today, I don't think that we'll have a good weather window for a while.
It's really windy here.
It gets kind of spicy, especially during the day. So I'm ready to cross. I'm ready to go back to Baja. I'm ready to also like meet up with the other cruisers that we've been chatting with.
Yeah. Our first overnight in a very long time. So yeah, should be fun. Should be a nice sail. Well, we have some good moonlight too. It's 2 days past the full moon, so
It's really bright out, yeah.
it's really bright. Cool. All right, let's do it. All right, we're taking off. Our goal was to leave by 8, and it's almost 8.
Yeah.
So
it's 10 to 8.
Leah, we have another goal today. All right, we have the anchor. Don't be scared. The anchor's down. We have 75 feet. I think we can turn it on, pull anchor. I can come back and we can pull out the mainsail within like 5 minutes, because all we gotta do is go straight out, right? If once I lift it up and I lock it, I'm gonna come back, we're gonna turn to port, I'm gonna slowly pull out the main, and we're gonna shut the engine.
Okay.
So this is gonna be like our fastest. We're not gonna rush it because we don't want anything bad to happen showing off.
It is kind of shallow.
It is kind of shallow, so don't be nervous. We're not gonna rush, but we do want to make our 5-minute goal.
Let's do it. Okay, don't break anything. I don't know why he does this. Like, why? We're also in like 14 feet, so I'm like, oh. We're in 12 feet of water. We got some pretty good wind too. It's like 13 knots of wind right now, so should be a good night of sailing. All right, that's 3:51.
Okay, we got the engine on.
And we made it. Okay, so technically the jib wasn't out, but we'll count this as a win. All right, we got 79 miles. We are gonna be on a broad reach the entire time, and hopefully we'll be flying. We're very excited. We haven't done a night sail in 4 months, 5 months. Holy smokes, this is crazy. And we were off across the sea, but that's for another episode. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time on Smoko Sailing.